Well, so far the anterior uterus is absolutely free of adhesions. I mean, it doesn't have to have adhesions. That's fine. Let's go ahead and put a probe in. Here's the anterior uterus. We can see the residual of the Surgiwrap. What I would be afraid of seeing is that this is where the incision was, all the way up and down the uterus here, that this would be stuck up here to the bladder considerably, so that none of that is the case.
Oh, good, this is
Yeah. Okay, now let's see the test of time. Look at that. Okay, we got one little skimpy little flimsy adhesion here. Very encouraging so far. All right, now we've got a little adhesion here of the tube. Now I'm not sure whether we got Surgiwrap down this far. So it's almost as though where we didn't necessarily get the Surgiwrap is where I do have a tubal adhesion. But we won't for long. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to put it down the central port. We're going to wrap it like this. The nice thing is that it, unlike Seprafilm or Interseed, it unwraps nicely. Okay, now let that lens get warmed up again a little bit. Okay, gently. All right, now you're going to take the camera back and the uterus. And actually, if I had a better position for my 5mm port, I'd be better off. But I'll make it do. Oops, get this.
Okay, just the right size.
Yeah, more or less, anyway. You always end up with a bigger piece than you think. I need to get around in front, I think.
Oh, you're so smart.
That's right.
But if I can now get the uterus to drop, I'm going to try in a moment. All right, now lower the uterus down. And while I'm holding it in place, and then we'll let the weight of the uterus try to hold it. Yeah, just kind of down into a normal position. That's not too bad. Okay, now let me get this out. Move this little piece of bowel for the minute. Okay, now the next thing that's going to happen is when we remove the pneumoperineum. I think that's going to help, actually. But I think that there's a reasonable chance that will stay in place, more or less in place anyway, which is all we really need it to do for a few days. It doesn't have to stay for months. It only has to stay between the uterus and everywhere else.